And finally, the day you've all been waiting for, Lego Pokemon, February 27th release. Pikachu and Pokeball set 72152 2050 pieces. The back of the box demonstrates how to display your Pikachu on its stand. Pikachu contains 16 bags and 1 book. Well, the concept of this idea was quite intriguing. However, the actual set itself does have some faults. Granted, he is very cute, but personally not so intrigued by the face. I do think this design could have been improved on. It's very sharp-edged, and Pikachu just isn't. Less jutting forward and an increase in cheek mass could have reduced this look. And what's with all the holes? The legs are far too easily removed. The joins at the arms are also quite glaringly obvious. And what's with this neck? Really, Lego? I do believe a decent builder could actually adjust this and make it into a standing up Pokemon. The head only moves a minute amount, so you can't change his position to look at you. Lots of pieces where it doesn't quite cover. Even inside the Pokeball, multiple colours can be seen. And this part of the tail is quite messy. You can also alter the tail end using this part. I have to say, putting him on this podium made me kind of uncomfortable. Just trying to switch the tail into standing position, and his arm has fallen off. It's very difficult to manoeuvre. There are multiple problems when trying to stand your Pikachu freestanding. The tail is too high for support, and the feet are not enough on their own. Pikachu also seems to be on a diet. Quite a common thing with their Pokemon, it seems. The ears have a fair amount of movement. It is really far from sturdy off the stand. And these flimsy little arms don't say much for helping with that. And let's face it, most Pokemon fans are gonna want to hold their Pikachu. The Pokeball is removed quite easily. If you open it up, it is adjustable. This piece here can be removed with a straight one, so you can have the piece closed. And please, don't throw it. Although, with that shape, I could kind of see why you'd want to. The electric shards are quite effective. I have no problem with that part. Could have been a few more, but otherwise, not bad. However, the stand is quite heavy and quite solid, and supports the entire build with no problem. At $179.99 UK and $199 US, I'm not so convinced on this one. It's quite sad because in theory this was a good idea. And it is a shame because Eevee was quite enjoyable and a lovely build and totally worth the $54.99 UK and $59.99 US. Perhaps Eevee is the better option. Not to say this isn't a worthwhile build. There are a lot of pieces, and it's quite sturdy. Pikachu is extremely heavy. And for a true fan, maybe we don't mind the face. I personally think it's a nice display piece. Unfortunately, only while it's on the stand. Not quite so sure if you should catch them all.